Hi, this is Ruchi Mukherjee for TV Asia here at the Bombay Brasserie restaurant where Small Business Success Series seminars is taking place. This is the third one in this year.
As judge at Emmett, the partnership president Jeff Mosley and the chamber went to India and we met some of the top business houses in India, in Bombay and Pune, which are basically the business centers of India, to convince them to look favorably at Houston as their point of entry into America. And we explained how, despite what's happening to the US economy, Houston is relatively insulated from the financial shocks that America is facing. And we explained the reasons. And we did get a very positive feedback. Some of those companies have already visited, talked, we are communicating. So we feel that trip will lead to a lot more investment in our home, our adopted home. Because the mission was about creating wealth here, creating jobs here, creating value here, because this is our home by choice.
Today, we're going to try to see if we can learn from the experts on how we can leverage what they know into our own business.
So we really take an educational approach to marketing, which is much different than I think any other type of advertising that is out there today. So I'll tell you more about that as we go on, to market your business or advertise or public relations, and how it all has to begin in order to make it work. So thank you very much for having me.
I worked a lot in the area of the convergence of media. It's a big focus of our work. People have historically had a media they favor, newspaper, radio, TV, and now the internet has changed everything. It's kind of created a blur, if you will, of how we look at media. And the essential element, if you will, behind educational marketing is people really don't want to be sold, they want to be informed, and they buy from a person that educates them. There's four elements. They're very old school. They go back over 100 years of successful advertising and marketing. And the first one is interrupt. You want to interrupt your audience with something that's alarming, something that's disconcerting, something that they need to be aware of so that you can get their attention. Second essential element, and this translates be it services or products. The second essential element is to engage with that reader or that viewer. Begin to engage with them to talk about how this issue you've interrupted them with relates to them. Thirdly, you want to educate. That takes more time. And that's where you build trust. You don't build trust through selling. You build trust through educating. And then finally, you give them the opportunity to get involved.
Marketing has everything to do with how you look, how you feel, how you smell, how you taste. Marketing is your business card. Marketing is your logo. Marketing is how do you answer the phone when your customer calls. Marketing is what happens to every correspondence that goes out of your office. What does it look like? How do you follow up with that correspondence? Marketing is your website. Marketing is how you email. Marketing is your email tag. That's marketing. That has to do with, hopefully you like my suit, a well-tailored suit. That is marketing. And advertising has to do with everything outside of your four walls. That's when we start talking about some of the traditional media, whether it's radio, whether it's television, whether it's billboards, whether it's print. Then we get into this new fangled approach, which is called interactive and web. And the reason why we love it so much because the small guy can compete with the big guy. The world is really small thanks to the internet. So this question here.
Something I would strongly suggest is a website called easyarticles.com. And it sounds like I said, EasyINE articles.com. And it's a website where it gives you the opportunity to put content on areas that you have expertise. And they're all over the web. There's people looking for content that they can put on their website to, just to provide information, to draw traffic, that type of thing. And the requirement is that when they have your article on there, they have to have a link back to your site, which increases your search engine reach, your search engine optimization, and it leads to you often getting people to contact you to potentially do business.
You have to have a very mature brand and have significant resources. And by all means, be in it for the long haul. Advertising does not happen overnight.
The very simple thing that I want you to understand, whether you're a small business person or a large one, is you got to focus on what I call the 4 C's. Customers, number one, climate, your business climate, customers, your competition, and then your own company. You need to be driven by your customers, not your competition. Focus on your customers. Understand from your customers the who, what, where, when, and why, and how customers buy from you. And then consider your competitive position. And then be different in a very important way compared to that competition. You have to position yourself to be different in important ways.
A small business doesn't have the financial resources of their larger competitors to just throw money in the advertising arena. And so PR is a great equalizer. The power of blogging. Blogging is very important, and I strongly encourage you to look at creating a blog. Be very careful about how you create a blog. So if you decide to create a blog, you need to be very, very careful about the web platform you use for that. If you're not going to write at least 2 a week, you probably shouldn't blog if you want to be found, just to be honest with you. I write a minimum of 4 articles a week, usually 5, because there is nothing free. I either pay or I'm doing the work myself.